Good morning, seekers of the light, on this prosperous day of Jupiter. Today I want to focus on words and the power and effect that it has on us and the universe. Many times we take for granted the words we allow ourselves to speak when we are angry or when we feel upset, when we are experiencing jealousy, when we feel threatened, or even when we are guilty of a wrongdoing. Allow me to touch on Psalm 33 verse 6, where it is written, "By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the hosts of them by the breath of his mouth." This verse tells us that we create with our words. So, seekers of light, we have to choose whether our words create positivity or negativity. We also have to balance ourselves in difficult conversations. That is very important. Know that during a difficult conversation with others, there are two voices. An internal voice, your thoughts in your head, and an external voice, what you actually verbalize. A lot of times, the thoughts that are in your head may need to be filtered before you verbalize them. There's also the next parties whose words need to be filtered as well. Also be aware that in addition to the two voices in your head, the voice of the person in the conversation, there is a third voice, which will be a third party, whose words can serve to mend, or their words can incite strife and discord to the situation. Be very careful of the words we choose to speak and the words we choose to listen to. During a difficult conversation or situation, we need to have a cool down period before we speak when we are angry. We should not speak when we are furious, frustrated, impatient, resentful, because those words would be of such nature. It is also necessary for the person on the receiving end of what Harvard Law School calls an identity quake to ground yourself. Do not allow another person to throw all blame on you, and you do not throw all blame on the other person either. We have to learn to ground our identity during difficult conversations. Here are 3 things to accept about yourself during a difficult conversation or situation. 1, know that you will make mistakes in life. 2, know that your intentions will be complex sometimes, most of the times. And the third thing you must accept is that you have contributed to the problem. Now, still know that we are all on different emotional developmental stages. So before you express hasty words, try to think about the facts, not about who's right or who's at fault, but try to talk about why the people involved see the situations differently. Think about what did you contribute to the situation and what impact has it had. Do not tell the other person how to feel, because they cannot tell you how to feel. But what you should do is make time to hear each other's sides, thoughts, and feelings without passing judgment. Understand that we all have feelings and emotions, and we show them differently, and we deal with them differently, based on our level of consciousness and development. So after difficult conversations or reactions, we should evaluate and ask ourselves, what could have been said or done differently? And most importantly, how can we learn from it? So as we balance our thoughts and emotions, before they become words, be conscious of your eternal voice in your head. Be conscious of the external voice, which are the words you choose to express to another in a difficult situation. Once again, I, Teacher Nataki, thank you for your listening ear. And I pray God someone gets something from what I have shared to aid in the continuation of love and peace. I ask you to remember that your differences is what makes your team powerful. So always celebrate your differences. And your words should begin and end with love at all times. Have a wonderful, peaceful, loving, and prosperous day.